Hello everyone, I'm Ghazali Ahmad Garu, CEO Garu App Designs and Print. I'm here to teach you guys Bootstrap 5. What's Bootstrap 5? Wow, Bootstrap 5 is amazing. Some components are removed and some are added. Let's get started. Let's see how to download Bootstrap 5 and get started. This is Google Chrome. We're going to download Bootstrap 5 from Get started with Bootstrap. Yeah, this is it. They updated their website. Let's download it. For now, we don't need any much JavaScript and jQueries. We only need the compiled CSS and JS. We're going to download it. Yeah, it will start downloading in few minutes or in few seconds. Star 5 get downloaded. It's downloading. It's already done downloading. We're going to open the file. Okay, open the folder. We are going to extract the files. It's already extracted. We are going to rename the folder with Bootstrap 5 for easy access. Yeah, I'm renaming it rename to Bootstrap 5 for easy access. Let's see. I will move the actual JS and CSS folder into the Bootstrap 5 folder. You know, if you extract file, it will be a multiple folder inside the folder. So I just need a folder. I've deleted the other one. So I'll open the folder on my Visual Code Studio where we'll be lining the Bootstrap 5. Yeah, I'm here. I'm going to open it here. Open folder. Bootstrap 5. Select folder. Here it is. Let's get started. Yeah, trust the author. I'm the author of my computer, my Visual Code Studio. So I'll create a new file called index.html and I'll save it inside the folder. Okay, yeah, it's safe. Okay, for now, I'll press the exclamation mark and enter. That will print out my HTML5 documentation, structure, and index of HTML. So I'm renaming my title to Bootstrap 5. This is the CSS folder and the JS folder. That's all we need for Bootstrap 5. Bootstrap 5 is so amazing, cute, amazing, very interesting. So I'll just link up my syncing up my bootstrap.css and I'll go below for the JavaScripts and link up my bootstrap.js. That's all I need to get started. I need Popper, but I didn't use it for now because it will work even without the Popper.js. Yeah. Well, let's see. What should we start with? We have a lot of component in Bootstrap 5. Well, we are starting with the button. Yeah, Bootstrap 5 has an amazing feature for button as normal Bootstrap 4. We have primary for the blue color, info for the gray blue color. We have danger for the red. If you need a color danger for background, just BG danger. Your background will be red. Let's open it. We're opening our file. We created a bottom primary. That's why you see it in the blue color. Just btn primary, then your bottom will be blue. As you can see, class bootstrap uses class btn, then btn primary. That's it. And I gave it a margin top. That's a nice and very nice feature in Bootstrap 5. mt3 for the margin and padding. We use it from numbering from 0 to 3. If you put mt3, that's margin top 3, it will give a space a range value from 0 to 5, that's margin top 3. If you put 0, then margin top 0, that's for it. mb3, that's margin bottom, that's mb. Mx, that's the left and right. Fy for the up, for the boot up and down. Bootstrap 5 is amazing. This is a great feature. You don't need any css. You see, I gave it oh, I created a container. And I gave it empty 3 for the margin top. Oh, I gave it empty 5 for the margin top. Let's see. That's why the margin top is actually a big distance. Then I'll copy it, paste it, and edit it with the remaining colors. I want to show you the danger, the warning. Warning is yellow, the dark, that's gray. Yeah, gray dark. I'm copying it, as you can see. I just copied my first button line that I did for primary, and my second. Next I'm editing it to success, that's green. I love using success. I love using green colors. If you can see from all my tutorials, I usually use that green. um danger, that's red. Danger is not good. Danger is not good, that's red. Mhm. For the next will be info. Okay, warning is yellow. Warning, that's yellow. Info, that's, can I say light blue or gray blue? Anyone? As you can see, this bottom, I made mistake for the secondary. I didn't put A, that's why it didn't appear. I'll put A there, and I'll put A on the secondary. You see dark. Wow, that's button in Bootstrap. As you can see, it will give you the color, and it will give you the height and the responsiveness. That's it. H3. I'm going to give it a title. Bootstrap button. Bootstrap 5 buttons. Yeah, I want to copy for the whole of it and give it an outline. An outline is a button that has a border with the color, and it has, what will I say, a hover with the color. You don't need CSS. It will actually give it a hover, and it will actually give the border the color. The color that you actually need. Is it primary? For the blue, is it danger? For the red, is it warning? For the yellow, is it the info, the light blue? You see it right now. I'm editing it, putting outline on it. As you can see, putting btn slash outline slash, then the color name on the Bootstrap, and that's it. How did you see it? How did you see the hovering? Bootstrap is amazing, guys. You need to learn. Then you can design responsive things, responsive buttons, responsive cards, responsive many things. You know, you can design. I wanted to start it with container and container flute so that you can see how it is, because most of our work, you see me adding container for today. Yeah, most. Yeah. And for the H3 class, you see I put text centered, or hand class text centered. That's a new feature. You don't need your margin or text align on your style. If you just put text centered, you see, both the writing has what has went into the centered, and you can give them color too. You can give them color of your choice. This for button and outline button using Bootstrap 5. It's amazing. Bootstrap 4 has the same feature, and yeah, this is grid. Welcome to grid. Grid is how we arrange things in web development. Arrange a picture, arranging of documents, arranging of details for a website. This is I inspected the website to show you how responsive it is. As you reduce it, yeah, it should be reducing. We have a breaking point in Bootstrap. A breaking point is a point where if the screen reaches that point, it will like change the actual size. As you can see, for the column, the curve you use, the actual size changes whenever it reaches a breaking point. As you can see, this is for, what would I say, like a tab, but actually this is for what? This is for Android. Yeah, this is for Android, iOS, their screen. There's just a certain breaking point. If it reach, Then the arrangement will change. You can see for the responsiveness. You can change. You can check for any phone. There are some list of phone there that you can check for them and see how they are, how responsive they are. Um, as you can see, this is how you arrange it. We use call. We use call. Yeah, this is the code. You know, the actual width for every container or every container fluid is what is 12. You know, if you use cool, if you use just normal col, you can arrange 12 things in a row. If you use call md2, that's you can arrange 6, because 12 divided by 2 will give you 6. If you said call md3, then you can arrange 4, because 12 divided by 3 will give you 4. If you said call md4, 12 divided by 4 will give you 3, then you can arrange only 3. That's how it is. And you can share the screen like 5, and you can like share your row 8 and 4, 6, 2, 2, 2. You know, the kind of arrangement you can make, the kind, any kind of arrangement you want for it. That's for the MD. That's the code. You can get the code here and actually practice, or you can get it on Bootstrap 5 documentation. Yeah. I posted a video about Z document. Yeah, try to use Z document. Z document is the best. It's the best for you. Using the zoo document, you can get to know Bootstrap 3, Bootstrap 4, Bootstrap 2, and Bootstrap 5. Or at the same time, you learn them one by one. You will learn them one by one. Just get the documentation and practice. Using the document, you get every documentation you want. Yeah, I still want to show you the responsiveness, how you can arrange. As for the first one, you can see I use MD4. That's why I just have to arrange them in 3. While for the second one that you are seeing them 2, I use colored MD. Um, for the for the third one, you are seeing them 3. I use color MD4. The third one, okay, the third one was 2. I use color MD6. That's how it goes. The other one, 1 of 3, 2 of 3. That's, you arrange them the way you want. You know, for the fourth one, you see the middle one is like greater than the first and the second. It's 6, while the remaining are 3, 3. You know, you just get it from the Bootstrap documentation. You learn more about it. You learn more about it. You can learn more about it. That's how it is. Writing the code is just form of strokes. That's why. And let's see next. What are we heading to? We're heading to card. Wow, that's beautiful. Card, card in Bootstrap is something so beautiful. Let's see how card is. Let's see how card is. Bootstrap 5 is amazing. Man, for your front end, try all your best to learn Bootstrap 5. This card, I just printed a card with the text in it using the low ramp. We have stocks in our web development. Let's see. I just gave it a margin top empty. I gave it an empty 5 and padding 5. That's why you see it moves from the top with a little space. Yeah, and it moves from left to right with a padding. I gave it a padding 5. That's why it's returned into the center. Oh no, the padding, not the padding. I gave it the MX. MX is the margin from the left and from the right. Margin top with empty 5, and I gave it a margin X for the what, for the left and the right. You see, I removed the MX. That's why that's for the margin. That's for the margin left. I'm giving it a border primary. You see the border, the card border primary appears, as you can see. And I'll give it the margin again. I just want to show you it from the beginning. I don't think it's like quite okay seeing it. That's why um I'm giving the text. Yeah, I'll be giving it a class text centered so that the text will be inside the sentence. You know, for Bootstrap 5, anything you're working with, you can just give it a class, give it a primary or a text or a margin, or it will just actually work. You don't need all those stuff for styles. You don't need them for Bootstrap 5. I gave the text, yeah, text danger, that's why it's red. I'll be giving the whole card, yeah, I gave it margin from the left and the right, as you can see. That's why it just came back into the center. And I didn't even specify the card inside, is it container fluid or container. That's why it's looked like somehow bothersome. But for the next, I'm giving it a container. Yeah, I gave it a row. I just want to like design many cards in a row. Yeah, that's card. The card header, I'm giving it a card header. uh Giving it H3 for the card header. Welcome. Yeah, as you can see the card, I just throw a single card. I forget to give it the code for the measurement. Yeah, you can get the code for the grid. That's, you call it column. After the rule, we call it code, we call it column. You can get it from here. I really work on it with card. You can get how to use it here. uh yeah, I'll be copying it and paste it, so that I want to just show you how it will be. I close my rule from the beginning. I have to delete a closing div tag. Check on it, Gazali. Somewhere you made an error. Check on it. Remove them first, and then copy and paste it again. Yeah, yeah, that's what I need to do from the first. I made an error. Paste it again. You see the cards are now 3. Then I need a margin from the top. But let's see, what am I starting with next. Okay, I'll be giving it a card body, just not a header inside the card. It have a body, so that I can print the text inside it. Yeah, printing a text inside. That's for the card body. Bootstrap 5 is amazing, man. Bootstrap 5 is great. It's great. Learn Bootstrap 5 and made a front end very good one. I love Bootstrap framework. It helps you with redundant codes. It helps you with much length of code. Yeah, I'll be copying it. I'll be pasting it here. I'll paste it again below. Save it. As you can see, it's really here. Then I have to go back into my container and give it a margin top 3, so that all of them come down. Yeah, or I can give the first one a margin button. But MT4, I gave it a margin with 4. As you can see, it's a little down. No need of going to the header section, putting an internal style or inline style or an external style. You don't just need that. I think you just need to get started with Bootstrap 5 for those amazing things. Yeah, I'll get to give the card some color. Using Bootstrap 5, I'll get to give them color. Yeah, I'm giving the text centered. I just want the text to move to center. I'm giving it. As you can see, for the first card, it's center. And text primary, the text will turn to blue. As you can see, the text is now blue. Then what next? What should I be doing? I think I'll be giving it background BG. Does background warning. Let's see what you see. The background for the header is yellow, because I just use background warning. The body, I'm giving the body some color. Background primary. Let's see. The background is just non-primary. Then I can give the text color. How do you see this amazing future without using CSS? You're giving colors, even colors of your own choice. Text warning. Wow. The text is just now yellow. How do you find Bootstrap 5, guys? Very nice, right? I think I've given it a pattern called save. Um, with the class btn btn warning. I'm giving the color of yellow. The color is yellow as I'm showing you. Then for next, I'm giving it text primary. Yeah, the text for the button is just now primary. Yeah, I just want to change the size of the button. Well, that's not going to work. I should just give it a large. The button will be now large. As you can see, it's now large. There's Bootstrap 5 and amazing features. Scrolling down. For the card header of the card 2, card in the middle. I'm trying to give it a text centered. Text danger, that's the text will be red. And the text is in the center. I'm giving it a background of success, that's the background will be green for the header. As you can see, the background is green. I know even if I didn't say anything for the next, you really know what we are working on. So let's see. The text is now green success. The card text, card body text, and the background will be red. We need a button. Yeah, I change it to text info so that the text will be blue. I think I'll be giving it a button. The bottom name is sent. The class btn 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 the button will be medium. Btn success. Medium of what? I know. I just really gave it a medium. As you can see, the button is medium at green. For the last card, text centered for the card header. I made a mistake. Okay. Background dark. Text light. Wait and see an amazing thing. The text is white for the light and the background is dark. That's BG dark. You can use BG dark or PG. Secondary is something of all the same. That's why dark was almost in my mouth and the secondary always on my mouth. For the last card, I gave it the card body should be info. That's that light blue in color, and I'm giving it in the write up to be dark. Now that's the beginning of card. Let's see how it continues. Giving it a button. The bottom is see more class. That's the most amazing feature, class. That's using class you can do anything in Bootstrap 5. Yeah, XL, and I gave it dark. You see, my button is dark. My button is green, and for the first one, my button is yellow. This is Bootstrap 5 new CSS. You can give color and everything you want. And yeah, I'll show you its responsiveness. You see how it is as a size, the breaking point, as it reach a breaking point, the kind of view that's responsiveness. That's what we need all Bootstrap for. The views will be changing. The views will be changing. The views will be changing. You know, we are reducing the size, as you can see, from 3 it's now 2. As you can see how responsive it is. That's all what Bootstrap is talking. Be responsive, and how can it reduce redundant code, the CSS redundant code for you. That's all about it. This is the responsiveness for this card that we just did now. This is the actual view, the tablet view, and the desktop view. This is for the desktop, the other one is for the tablet. Let's see what we'll be going for next. Yeah, I'm just scrolling the code for you so that you can see it very well and practice it. I'm giving it a heading. Well, I'm giving the heading text centered and text danger. Yeah, that's it. You see it, it's just red. This is how it is. Yeah, I'm showing it again for you. I just want you to understand it very well. Well, we'll be going for something next. Let's see what it is. Still working on the card. Let's see what we're going for next. This is the first part of the Bootstrap 5 lesson. I'll show you more. Okay, we are going for the border. The card border color. For now, we finish with the border normal background color for the card. Background color. And now we're going just for the border color. Yeah, in Bootstrap 5, let me make the title a very good one. It's starting with container. Getting it done. Dot card, and that's the div for the card. I'm giving it a title, hello admin. Yeah, I just gave it a text. Yeah, this is the card, this is the first card. That's it. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm trying to create a column D class, column D6. I'm creating a card inside it, creating a card header. Let's see what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I just created another card, but it's out of the row. Out of the row I wanted to create it. Yeah, so I have to arrange it. It's out of the row. I have to make it back inside the row, not changing the column, not changing the column size. Yeah, I have to delete that. Yeah, to make it. How did you see it? I use column MD2, column 2. That's no, I use column 6. That will produce two column, because 12 divided by 6 will be 2. It will produce two column for me in a one row. It's the same thing as table. If you use column inside your row, and it will print it out for you. This is it. I gave it a border, primary. And for the second one, I'm giving it a border. I'm giving it a border danger. Yeah, yeah, the border is danger. While the other one, the border is primary. I think I'll be giving it a button, an outline button. See more for the name of the bottom class btn outline. Let's see what's going on. Okay, we're given the btn an outline. Okay, an outline of warning. Okay, we give it a btn outline of warning. As you can see, outline is a button with a border. Yeah, we're given the text. We're given it a class. I think h3 will be given a class of text centered, and a color text danger. The text will be red. Hello admin. I've already put in a button, outline button for it. While scrolling down for the second card, I've already given it a border of red. So let's see what's go on. We are giving it a background dark. I don't think warning will be something beautiful. Let's see what's going on. I'm giving it a PG dark. Wow, everything is dark in it because the writing too are dark. We haven't changed the color of the writing. That's why. But we're giving it text light. You see the text is now light. White because we gave it light. Um, mhm. For the card header, text centered. That's for the H3. The text will turn into the center. And then what? Text info. We're giving it the color blue. As you can see, it is in the center and the color is blue. You see, No need of CSS. We're giving it color and we're giving it margin, padding, centered, and everything using Bootstrap 5. We're creating a button. We're creating a button inside the card class. BTN danger. The bottom will be red. As you can see, I haven't given the bottom a value. That's why it didn't print anything. We give it a value of submit. Now you can see submit in the button. The first one with warning is a outline button, a banner button. While for the second one, it's just a normal button. Danger. What goes next? Yeah, we give the background. We give the background as one as yellow. That's BG, the card body. We give it a BG of warning. That's it. We're trying something new. Okay, we are going to design form in a card in Bootstrap 5. Designing form inside a card in Bootstrap 5. Wow, let's see how a responsive form is made. Dot container, a container inside a card. Row, column D, column 8, column 8. Call 4 and call 8. Um, see, card header, H3. There's a H3 tag. I'm giving it a sign up. We are designing a form in a card in Bootstrap 5. Then for the card body, where we actually design the main form form with the method post. That form group, okay, grouping the inputs, type for the first one. The type is text, giving it a name of username, giving it a placeholder of username. I'll copy it and then I'll be pasting it. Password, changing the name to password, changing the placeholder to password 2. Copy it and paste it, changing the type to the okay, let's see, to email. Yeah, the form required you to add your email, given the name email, changing the placeholder to email. This is just a simple form, a simple and very simple form. Changing the type text, the name to phone, placeholder to phone again. Yeah, just giving you a sample of a phone number. I think that will be the end of the form. Submit, creating the submit button, giving it a name of send or save anyone use. Yeah, the submit button don't have a placeholder but has a value. The value would be submit. That's what will appear on the form. Yeah, this is the form. Now let's just give it a little style using Bootstrap 5. We're going to give it a little style. Let's give it a class btn primary is to turn to blue. That's it, turn into blue. Yeah, I'll be changing the card size because I want it to be somehow responsive. I'll bring back the card into the middle. Trying to make it using cool column, just a column of, what will I say, a column of 3 3. Hmm. Checking for the right position to put it. Paste it there. Yeah, as you can see, the form is now in the middle. You know, a small form should be responsive. For the desktop view, it should be in the middle. Since you only have the form in the page. Hmm. This is our form now. We'll just give it some little styling using Bootstrap 5. Let's see, what are we starting with? We are starting with the H1, the sign up. Okay, the H3 for the sign up. We're giving it a text centered. The text will move to center. And text, we're giving it a color. Text primary. The text will turn to blue. Let's see. As you can see, the text is blue and it is in the center. The class for the card, I'm giving it a border dark. As you can see, the border appeared on the card. Let's see what I'm trying to do for the row. I'm giving it a margin. See, margin top, margin side, and margin bottom. That's my. My will take all the four sides, while mx will take the left and the right. And for the top, mt, and for the bottom, mb. Margin bottom, margin top. For the x is left and right, and for the y is both the four side. Let's see. For the button, trying to change the button. Trying to make the button somehow responsive. Padding won't work for it. If you make it a padding, it will be so large. You see, the button will be somehow large. That's not the responsiveness we want. I'm showing you. If you think of using some of your ideas, you can make error. Yeah, I give it a margin left. Giving it a margin left. I just want it to be in the middle. I gave it margin top, and that won't work. The toughness is somehow better, but I have to change the input. I just need to change the width for the input. Trying to give the form group some margin. Let's see if it works. Mm, it works, but not really how I wanted. Um, so let's see, giving it a style. Let's see. I think I just have to give it an internal style, not an inline. You see, still didn't work perfectly as how I wanted. I just have to give the form, the input, and internal style to make it more perfect. I just need to give it a width of 100%. Now you see it's so perfect. And for the bottom that I gave it a margin, I have to remove the margin because the bottom too has an input. I have to remove the margin I gave it from the left. Let me refresh. See, how did you see how the form is so responsive? We only did style for the input. How did you see for the sign up, the password, and for the email? Wow, they're so responsive. A very nice form. For the next lesson, I will teach you how to design form. Wait, the font are some icons for the username, for the password, for the phone number. I'll teach you that. Let's add a forget password page link using the a tag, using the reference tag to the page. Forget password. Yeah, forget password. That's the link there. Let's give it some class. Let's give it some star 5 features so that it will look good. Giving it text centered so that it will be in the middle. Giving it a color. Ginger, that's color red. Let's refresh and see. And I had an error. I have to separate for each one, this for the color red danger, and I had to go back and give it for the centered differently. That's it. Wow, I've moved to the next. The next is image in card. How do we like put image in a card? Let's see. This is exactly something we're gonna do. Image in card. Trying to give it some text align center, text centered, and color green text giving it some bootstrap features. Let's see if it works. You see, it didn't work. I have an error. What's my error? Trying to check my error. Yeah, my write-ups are correct. My error is I didn't link the uh, CSS Bootstrap 5 and JS Bootstrap 5 to my file, you know, it will never works if I didn't link it. It will never works. Trying to get my error, trying something again. Thought that I'd link it where I haven't linked it. And then I have to link it first. This way, still not working. Then Ghazali caught up his error now. Yeah, he knew that he didn't link it. So he is trying to link it up CSS slash Bootstrap CSS because they belong to Bootstrap folder. That's why I first called the Bootstrap folder CSS. Then I'll go below for my JS, add it in the script format, script src js slash bootstrap.js. For now, we don't need the jQuery stuffs and more. We don't need them. For now, you see, it's actually working. The thing is so simple to get started with Bootstrap 5. Just know what to start with. That's all. Green. Dot container. Dot true. Dot card. I'll be giving it a style for the card, and I'll be giving the image top because I want the picture to be top of it to be on top of the card, and I can give it an image bottom if I want the image to be at the bottom of the card. See, this is a card. The card has appeared. Without Bootstrap 5, Bootstrap 4, 3, you can't even print the card because it belongs to the section of Bootstrap. Image src image. I'm inserting the image. The image is inside the card, as you can see. Because I give the card a width of 18 it won't pass. That's why the image won't get out of the card. I give the image a class card image top. Thus, the image will be at the top of the card. It won't move from there, whatever would happen. Trying to create a class for the card body, but I don't think it's in the right place. Let's see. I don't think it's in the right place. Card title. Let's refresh. Let's see if you see it's out of the card. I need to make it inside the card. I have to take it back inside the upper div. Yeah, that's the upper div. Put it back. Yeah, it has went back inside the card. So I'll create my p tag with the card text. With the card text, yeah. The upper one has been with the card title. You see, this is my card with an image top, a card title, and a card text. So I'll be creating a button, view profile, and giving it a class btn warning, a yellow button. Yeah, a yellow button has appeared there. I'm giving my card a border danger, a red border. As you can see, it has appeared on the card. This is so simple with Bootstrap without CSS. You can make everything so good. So let's continue. um I just want to copy it and create another ones inside the same row, but creating another column for the card. I'm creating two. I'll be changing the images. So I refresh. So I change the images. This is what I have. I'll be changing the border for the second card. Oh, I'm giving it a margin so that it will separate. You know, it's like intact with each other so that it can separate. I'll give it the first one and the second one a margin from the left to the right of MX3. Now it has separate between them. I'll be changing the border for the second card to primary so that it will be blue. As you can see, the border is now blue. I'll be changing the other one to dark. The border is now dark. There's a responsive card with images. You can do it for like a team of your client profile. You can put their images and their details inside the card. You can. It will look so awesome. I've changed the middle one for to primary and the last one for like info. We call it info. As you can see, that's how we create bottom. We can put them in the center. You can give it some margins and you can give it some size. Anyone you choose, you can apply it to it. Changing the title, the top title of what we're doing. Images in card with Bootstrap 5. Being a front end web developer is not that easy, but I really like the fact of being a front end web developer. Front end web developer. Let's see, I'll be creating another form of image in a card. This one I'll be creating image fluid, image sticky by the right or by the left. Let's see. I've given a card, I've given it a margin. And we gave it a style of 540 pixels. We are putting the image. We are giving the image some class of image fluid. Yeah, I made a mistake. I had to put it inside a container, and the container should contain a row. It should contain a row. A row. For the row, I'm giving it a gutter of 0. That means I don't need any spacing from the left and the right, the top, from inside the outer card. I don't need any space in that gutter. I know we need to treat gutter. It's something new to Bootstrap 5 is a new feature we have gotten in Bootstrap. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. You see the image is sticky by the left inside the card. Um, I just want to print a write up beside an image, and for the responsiveness, the write up will be below the image. Card body. I'm giving it a title. I'll give it some Bootstrap features, class, card title. I'll give it my P. I gave it some text. I'll give it a class of card text. As you can see, the write up is beside the image, not below it. That's how we did it up. I'll create a pattern below the image. At the bottom of the image, I'm creating a pattern, giving it a class b10 outline, giving it an outline, a border bottom, that's outline danger. You see the red, yeah, the red button has appeared. Or you can give the card a border if you wish. That's our wish. By giving it a border danger, then the border will be red. The image is sticky at the top. Why can't we give it a margin so that it can fall below? Let's the image to fall below. Let's give it some margin top. Margin top, that's 3. As you can see, the image is now not sticky at the top. There's some few ways to put image in a card. Let's see the responsiveness. Do you see how responsive it's done to? This is how responsive it's done to. We'll come to create like some projects showing the full responsiveness. See, for the right up and the bottoms has turned blue. It's turned below the image. So you can see there's it. It just had a breaking point. If it reaches its breaking point, then it will actually, you see, this is a breaking point it has. It can only choose 2, not 3. And if you reduce it, can only choose 1 by 1. That's what we call responsiveness. This card is more wider than the top ones, that's why you saw it. As this is actually desktop view. Wow. Let's see what we want to see here. Okay, we want to see how to change the size of the button. You can give it large, you can give it extra large, you can give it medium. For the first one, I made it small. For the second one, I think I made it large. As you can see, it more large. That's LG large for the first one, SM sample. For the third one, I'm giving it a medium. As you can see, it's like smaller. That's medium. I'm going to XL, XLG, extra large. It won't appear. Don't know why. That's how those things are. That's how they are. Let's see what we are moving to next. What future? Yeah, we want to see the future of heading. In Bootstrap 5, our heading are still there, H1 to H6, but Bootstrap 5 introduce a class heading For any of your text, you can just make it a heading. Just give it a class. If you want the size of the H1, give it a H1 class, and the text will be large as H1. Just trying to show you some heading. Just trying to show you the normal heading. You see, this is the normal heading we have from H1 to H5. The normal, we already have them stuck in our HTML file. Then for now, let's see, you can give it a class H1, a class H2, H3 to H6, and they are still the normal heading we already knew. But just the new feature is that the class heading is introduced in Bootstrap 5. You get to know what I mean. You see, nothing has changed because I told you the class is introduced. And for now, I'm giving it a P H1. This is the normal paragraph tag bar, so small. Then I will give it a class of H1 and it will be the real size of H1. Sure, I want to tell you about. See, I'm giving it a class of H1. Save it, refresh. You see, the text is now like larger as in H1. That's the future. Your paragraph, your div, your label, your whatever. If it's just for paragraph, a text, you can change it to H1, H3. You don't need to be like H3, H4. You can just give it a class of that heading you want. See? Okay, I'm giving it a title so that you understand what we are doing. You can use heading class in paragraph. That's exactly what I'm teaching you right now. I'll copy my paragraph. I'll be giving a heading to, I'll giving a class of H2 and it will exactly look like H2. As you can see, it's exactly looking like H2. That's it. That's a new feature. Class. Class of heading. No, this for H3. I'm giving a class of H3. As you can see, all of them are paragraph, but if you give them the class, the font width, the font size of normal hit will apply to them. New text style. Show you the new text styles in Bootstrap 5. That's the new text utility classes in Bootstrap 5. I just code a paragraph with some text, as you can see the text below. just coded it. Let's see what kind of feature I'm giving it. I reduce the text. I don't want it to be long. That's it. I'm giving it a class text centered. Yeah, it has moved to the centered. Thinking to give it flute. I don't think this flute will work. Flute isn't working. Still not working. Still not working. Text left. Still not working. Let's get rid of it left. Start something new. Let's look at margin and padding. Since from the lesson we have been using the new margin and padding system, but still let's look at it a little bit. Let's see, I gave it a text centered. The text is in the centered. The container. Giving it a container. A paragraph. I will give it some style for the container. I'm giving it some styles. It should be background color first. Um, I give the color first, the text color, and things inside the container color first, then the background color. I'll give it a height 100 pixels. As you can see, all of the containers that contains things, the buttons are in the container, the text I did just right now is in the container. So I'll just get an idea of making it a container fluid because I don't want it to be that so rough. I just wanted the new container to only get the color, not all of the container. As I made it into a container fluid, I have to change it from the style to the container fluid. Yeah, I had to made it. You see, because I've made it to the container fluid. So let's see margin and padding. I'll give it a margin inside the class. Margin top 4. I gave it what, 2, 5. You see, I gave it a margin from the top and it has moved down. I remove it or I reduce it. That's how you see. If I gave it, it has a range from 0 to 5. But the 5 is the highest one. Why the 0 is none and 1 is the least one. You know, for those ones, we had to give them a margin and a padding. You can add it in the container. I'm giving it margin bottom 5. You see from the button and the text. I'm giving it a margin top 5. The margin text, it's already applied. I can remove them and just give it my for put the font size. It's still there. Let me remove it so that you can do how exactly it is. You see, it's stuck in one place, but let's give it my. That's the margin for the font side. Left light. It has already applied to them. That's for the margin. First side of the margin. First side of the container. Yeah, that's it. Giving it a margin of 5. It's stuck. I remove the margin. I gave it a margin again. As you can see. I gave it a pattern of the left and right. That's for the margin and padding. Let's see for the next what future are we going to see. Removing the style too. The difference between container and container fluid. This is what we are saying next. Wanted this to be from the beginning of the lesson, but I don't know why I forgot to put it at the end of the lesson. Let's see the difference between container and container fluid. Give the text a margin left or right. That's it. Let's start. Dot container fluid should be at the beginning. Even if I kept my mouth shut, I know you would understand what we're trying to do here. I'm giving the container fluid style so that it will appear. If I didn't give it a style, it won't appear. We won't know what it takes. I give it a background color of green. I'll give it a height. What a very good thing. This container fluid will take all the part of the screen. Yeah, that's how the container fluid is. Why container? Container will only Take the middle. A container already has it margin and padded from the left and the right. That's how a container is. So be know where to use container and know where to use container flute. That's one of the best ideas to think of. I'm giving the container, I'm giving it some styles so that it will appear. You see, there's a container, it already has its padding, or I can say margin between the left and the right. See, that's it. The top one is a container flute, while the second one is a container. See the responsiveness. If they reach a certain breaking point, it will just merge with the screen. No need of showing any padding or any. That's it. With the Bootstrap, your works can be really great, really fine. That's it. I'm showing you how responsive it is. Just showing you its responsiveness. I'm adding a text inside so that you can easily identify which one is a container folder and which one is a container. See, that's it. The text appeared inside. Let me give them some font size so that you can see them very well. 20 rem is so large. Save it and check. Container fluid, as I said, is so large. See, for the container fluid is large because it has a lot of text. Yeah, container fluid and container. See, reducing the rim size. Text fluid, I think is text centered. Giving it to a text centered. That's it. As you can see, I'll show you how responsive they are. Uh, As you can see, I'm reducing the size, I'm reducing it. That's how the kind of responsive they are. That's what we call responsiveness. Thank you for watching. I think we stop. That's just some few things we learned about Bootstrap 5 today. There are the remaining ones, carousel tools, and lots more. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share it. I'm the young programmer Ghazali Ahmad. Thank you for watching.